Hi, welcome to OPSRACE training program. So we were talking about Git, and this was the situation of our repository where we had 3 commits, and then we created another branch, feature 1, and then we made commit to it, and then we made commit to the master as well. So currently we are pointing to master. So master is the branch which is selected. Here we can see it in bold. We can see it here as well with a small circle. If we look at the pictorial form, so this is C1, C2, C3, C5 and C4. As we discussed previously, feature 1 and master, these two are maybe called branches, but they are actually pointers pointing to one of the commits, one of the checkpoints in the history, or you can say the code changes that happened that were part of this repository. So this pointer points to a checkpoint called C5. This pointer or a branch points to a checkpoint called C4. Actually, these nodes or these checkpoints have basically a unique identifier, alphanumeric number. So basically master points to that specific number. Then there is another pointer which is basically pointing to whatever is the current branch. So if I do git checkout master, so head will refer to the master. If I do git checkout feature 1, so head will then point to feature 1. So head will point to only one we can say pointer at any given point. Okay, it can point to even these exact nodes as well, but this will basically make it the attached. We'll talk about it later. Okay, let's look at the code here. So yeah, let's look at the terminal here. We can see here first, second, third, and there was a little branch, and then we have a master, and head is pointing to master. So if I do git checkout, we are already on master, so feature 1, enter, and our branch is changed. So let's issue the same command again. Now we can see that the head is pointing to feature 1. Previously it was pointing to the master. So these are basically simple pointers, or we can say simple files, which points to a specific commit, specific hash. So let's print the content of the head. So head is a file. Yeah, let's print it. So it refers to basically feature 1, because feature 1 is the current branch. Okay, if I do git checkout master, and if I again print the content, now it points to master. Okay, so this is basically the content of head file. When we have checked out master, so it's pointing to the master. Previously it was pointing to feature 1. So how this tool, this terminal, knows like which branch is selected? It basically goes to this header file, which points to whatever the user selection is, which is right now master, so it will point to masters. Okay, so I'm going to show you another thing, which is basically this folder in the git. If we print all the contents, we can see here one is feature 1 and one is master. So these two are basically branches. So whenever I create a new branch, it will create a file in this folder. It will create file in this path. And what would be the content of that thing? So let me print feature 1 content here. It is basically a long number, which is basically a commit. So let's remember 599C. I will print git log. Yeah, let's have only all, so that we have a detail. I guess this was, yeah, 599C was, we can print here as well. So we have to print the content of the feature 1. So feature 1 is pointing to 599C, which is basically this 599C. And if we want to look at a pictorial way, which is basically here, so feature 1 is pointing to this one. The ID of this checkpoint is residing in this file, okay, and head points to the feature now in the current situation. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so here we can see feature 1 is basically pointing to this address, which in memory is this one. So if we want to see a bit simpler, so we can do git log, we want graph, and we want one line, we want all of them. So this is an abbreviated, basically in order for the easiness, here they can use the abbreviated version of it, as long as this is not colliding with anyone else or any other commit, it will reduce the number. Okay, I hope that makes sense. We can again look at the branches here. So let me see if I can create a branch called XYZ here. No, it's not letting me to create, because it wants me to go back to the first and then create over there. So we will jump right into our main repository. Yeah, here we are. I always forget, so we have to create a new branch. So XYZ is basically a new branch which is created here. We can get branch here, so we can see here XYZ is a new branch created. So previously we were on the master, so this XYZ is pointing to the same commit that master is pointing to. How would we know? Git log graph one line and all. We can see here master XYZ all are pointing to the same one. Jump here, print the content. We can see that we have now a new file. Let's cat XYZ. It should be the same as cat master. Okay, these both are pointing to the same commit. Now if I check out XYZ and make change to that, it will jump accordingly. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. These are just pointers pointing to certain commits. Those commits could be branches like tree. These points to some of the nodes in the memory or the checkpoint, or you can say in the history. And this I hope will make very easy for you. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.